talking about? They talking about what? They talking about sports. Oh, really? Well, this is all.
Out on the field, they're ballin' on courts. They wanna talk about sports. They need a resource where they can come talk about sports. They really be talked, but we know the facts. Stacks, yeah, that's where it's at. We the hottest on the map. This is our take on. This is our take on. Yeah, they need a resource. We got you, just make up the choice.
What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. He is your host, Mr. MP80Baby.
That's your host right there, Mr. GPG.
And welcome to
Our Take on Sports.
On this podcast, man, we keep you in tune with all the latest information that's going on in the sports world. We never waste no time on this show. We sure ain't gonna do it right now. We're gonna dive right in, man, to the big topic that's going on in the sports world right now with Mr. Micah Parsons and Mr. DeMarcus Lawrence of the Dallas Cowboys, man. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, MP, roll that clip for him.
Dallas is my home. I made my home there. You know, my family lives there. You know, I'm forever going to be there. But, you know, I know for sure I'm not going to win a Super Bowl there. So, yeah. We here.
Now, y'all just heard what Mr. Micah Parsons and Mr. DeMarcus Lawrence had to say, man. DeMarcus Lawrence talking all that smack, you know what I mean? Talking about he was never going to win a Super Bowl in Dallas. And Micah Parsons getting a little defensive, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's his job to be taken up for that team like that, man. What you think, Mr. Micah Parsons and DeMarcus Lawrence issue, bro?
I mean, I think it's a little too early for DeMarcus to be saying those type of comments due to the fact that you just left the Cowboys. You were just playing side by side with Micah. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, due to the fact that Micah gonna probably be now the heartbeat of the Cowboys defense, you doggone right he need to say what he need to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because DeMarcus did shoot fire. He shot first. I mean, you talking about you weren't gonna never win the Super Bowl with the Cowboys. So what all this time, what you been here doing? You've been on y'all both been doing podcasts all this time, you know what I'm saying, throughout y'all run and stunt, you know what I'm saying, through y'all contracts with the Cowboys. So what? You know what I'm saying? You mean to say that you ain't never had no faith? To me, that's a sorry, you know what I'm saying, competitor.
You got one foot out the door. First thing you do is you start talking about your former team. That's the first thing you do. You don't even know how Seattle gonna ball. You don't even know what's gonna happen with them. What happens if Dallas turns out and have a better record and a better season than them Seahawks? You might want to just stop talking already, man. You know what I'm saying? Be thankful for the years that you did have with the Dallas Cowboys and stop trying to hate on them boys. And Micah Parsons, man, you know, you trying to be the ambassador for the Dallas Cowboys, man. You know, Jerry Jones could have stepped up and said something, man. You know, you ain't got to always come running to their defense, man. Every time somebody got to say something about the Dallas Cowboys, here you come. You know what I'm saying? Like you the savior, you the voice. I mean, I understand that's your boys and that's your team and you don't want nobody trying to talk smack about them and put them down. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's not your job. Just go out there and do your job. Sack the quarterback, put pressure on them, man.
You don't think that's
play you to talk.
You don't think what Micah said won't fire up the Cowboys defense?
Say that again?
You don't think what Micah said won't fire up the Cowboys defense? The way he defended them.
I think it will. It should. I think it should fire up their defense.
So if it does fire, which we haven't, you know, we won't see until this upcoming season. But let's say what he did say, fire up the defense. Everything that you're saying right now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when people do things we question, but they win, you know what I'm saying? All this is being invalid. Yeah, I mean, right now, he's not the owner of the team. But somebody needs to speak up. And no, Jerry Jones, old 80-some, 90-some year old. Nah, it shouldn't be him. He don't know what he be talking about no way. Somebody need to speak up. Yeah, you just walked out the door.
Who's the face of that team?
I mean, everybody trying to get rid of Dak out there in Cowboys.
I'm just saying. Hey, Dak, step up.
Who's the face of the defense? Who's the face of the defense?
Michael Parsons is.
Okay, and people give a lot of respect for the offense, but defense win.
Defense win championships.
Okay, so you gotta have somebody. You gotta have a dog. Ain't no other dog.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think it's just funny that these fools is beefing anyway. I mean, last year they was lining up side by side with each other. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden they going at it like they couldn't even stand each other now.
DeMarcus Lawrence was a clown. It is some clown stuff. Excuse my French. Excuse me. I ain't mean to say that, but he is a clown for saying that. Like you said, Seahawks ain't gonna win no championship. And he probably ain't gonna win no championship throughout his career. But anyway,
we'll agree with you. I think it was a clown move on DeMarcus Lawrence's part anyway. I agree with you on that. You know what I'm saying? All I was saying was, you know what I'm saying, Michael Parsons, you a great player. Let your play do the talking, man. You ain't got to stoop to that cat level. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying, man. That was my only thing. Not that you are the face of that Dallas Cowboys defense. Everybody know that. You know, Michael Parsons that dude.
But
you know what I'm saying?
We're in different times now, and they both are social media heavy. So for DeMarcus Lawrence to even say that you should be, you know, if you play better ball, if you play ball like you do tweet, then DeMarcus Lawrence was on that type of stuff too. Stephen A was just talking about both of them always on their podcast and this and that and whatnot. So my thing is, you know, he in the same boat. You went to social media as soon as you went straight to social media with your interview or whatever, and you talked about a team that you should have just been like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Well, you're gonna have to see this team this season.
Yeah. I mean, look, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens, man. But what they did do is, you know how them Cowboys do, man. They like to steal headlines, you know, players, owners, whatever the case, you know. So this will be something that we be talking about all the way up until football season, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna spend too much time on this show talking about them. That's not what we do on our take on sports. We're gonna keep it moving. And we're gonna keep it going right into the NBA because there's some big heavy hitters that's jumping off right now, man. OKC is looking like that team, the Celtics, the Cavaliers. But I got a question for you, MP, straight up. If the Oklahoma City Thunder happen to get through that Western Conference gauntlet and meet the Boston Celtics getting through that Eastern Conference gauntlet, who you got in that series, bro?
I mean, you know, man, that's tough because a healthy Boston, I believe, can get there. But not a healthy Boston. OKC, I mean, they young. If they can get through, because I mean, dang, that Western Conference is so dang deep. It's gonna be a
don't straddle the fence.
Okay. I think Boston. I feel Boston to beat them with more experience, being able to go there, losing, and then being able to get back there eventually and winning. I believe OKC healthy will win.
Who gonna win the NBA Finals between them two teams?
That's what I'm talking about. Boston.
So you got Boston.
A healthy Boston, I believe, because they got more experience, being able to go there, losing, knowing how I feel to lose, and then getting back there and winning. Yes, I feel like Boston in the 7-game series with home field advantage, which they probably won't get if they do meet, you know, all they could be. But Boston, yeah, I believe Boston will get it. Yep, I do. I know you're going the other way. I already know you're going the other way. Tell me why.
I am.
Tell me why.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Young. Now, I ain't gonna say they ain't balling, but they a young team.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. OKC gonna beat them boys. You know, I'm gonna tell you. SGA, the MVP of the league, is balling, killing. You can't stop him. He a mid-range killer. He's 6'8". He can get to wherever he want to get to. He can shoot the three. He's got a bunch of weapons out there. Jalen Williams. I love the addition. 63s, MP. He shot 63s. They gonna win the NBA Finals shooting 63s in one game? Is that what you telling me?
You talking about Boston?
Boston shot 63s the other night, man.
Okay.
And lost.
Right. right? But this was without a star center and everything. Like I said, with a healthy Boston, everything that OKC do, I believe Boston have enough. You know what I'm saying? Especially bench wise. You ran down what you ran down. You know, you still got Tatum, you still got Brown, and Frozen get up in there. You know what I'm saying? Then look, boom, you got Derek White. Come on now, and you still got Holiday. This team right here is built on foundation. You know what I'm saying? On winning right now. I really believe if Boston get back there, it's gonna take somebody other than OKC to knock them off.
Who else in the Western Conference?
What you mean? Who else in the Western Conference? I mean, we can go down the playoff line right now. If that's what you're talking about. I mean, the Western Conference is locked up. I mean,
but ain't nobody in the Western Conference getting with OKC.
What you mean?
Ain't nobody getting with OKC in the Western Conference?
So you mean to tell me you don't think Ja Morant and them can't get with OKC?
Man, I like Ja Morant, man. I really do. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. But that team ain't better than Oklahoma. Okay. Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City got a squad, dog. Them boys them boys is deep, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. I believe anybody that had come out to play in could probably beat OKC. You know why? Because the teams Western Conference, man, we just saw how that thing was flip-flop last year. We saw how
the only team, in my opinion, that can get with OKC if they're healthy is the Lakers. But we see what's going on with LeBron and Luka right now.
Heck no, healthy or not healthy, because I can't see them beating them in a 7-game series because they too slow. They too slow.
You see nobody beating them in a 7-game series.
Yeah, I do see them. I just told you I can see Minnesota beating them in the first round if they met. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I
like Ant-Man. But I don't see Ant-Man going in and upsetting OKC in the first round. Okay. I don't see that. If I had to say anybody, I said the Lakers, but if I had to say anybody, I have to give it up to Joker in Denver. That'll probably be the only team that I think that may be able to do it, and I don't even think they can do it. Okay. So we're going to have to see. Right now, Oklahoma is the #1 seed. They playing ball. They playing like the #1 seed, and I'm going to keep giving it up for them until somebody take them down. They went to Boston, beat Boston. They done beat Cleveland. They done beat every good team in the NBA.
Let me tell you something.
OKC is the real deal,
All that sounds good, but the regular season, we already know what veterans say about the regular season. Look, I watched Curry, you know what I'm saying, have a horrible regular season, only can win at home, and then he was able to go on the road and put people to night. So all that right there, the experience to me falls into play. If you're gonna overlook the experience off for just gameplay during the regular season, when people are, in this day of time, taking days off, not playing, half the stars not in there, or the true team not playing, and then you get in the playoffs, 7-game series, and you playing against their real roster. Come on, man. You know as well as I know that the playoff state is way bigger than doggone this regular season. OKC had a wonderful season last year. But when it got to the playoffs, 7-game series, you know what I'm saying, they got out-coached, they got outplayed, they got outwit.
That's the reason why I'm going with them this year, because I believe that they learned that experience that they learned from last year gonna carry them a little further this year than it did last year. They were knocking on the door, but you were absolutely right. Everything that you just said, you could say that about Oklahoma City last year. But this year, I believe that they done learned and they gained that experience that they were lacking last year. They gained it, and now they ready. So look, it's going to be a battle. It's a 7-game series, and I can't wait to see it. You know what I'm saying? We talked a little bit earlier about LeBron and Luka and brought their names up, and both of them dudes is injured. LeBron is out with the groin injury. Luka's out with the calf injury. What's going to happen with the Lakers, nephew? Do you even see them boys? They slip it. They was in the 2, now they're in the 4, now they're in the 5. They playing right now, and they look like they finna get popped. What's going to happen with the Lakers, bro?
I mean, you big on them. You so big on them. The last couple of takes, you putting them on a pedestal. I told you that Luka is slow. That was the reason he could not play with Kyrie. Kyrie needs people that's gonna get up and down the court. Luka is slow and he's injury prone. And you paired him with somebody that's a 40-year-old granddad that want, you know what I'm saying, that want everything handed to him, that's always injured. Yeah, I don't expect Lakers to, I expect Lakers to be Showtime. They good when they need to be good, but when they have to, you know, you just get what you get. They are, if you think they're better without AD with Luka, then I don't even understand. I don't even understand. They are not better with Luka than with their AD. The only thing they can do is try to outscore somebody.
They had the number one defense. First of all, let me start by saying this. LeBron is not no granddad.
I know. I mean, he's not yet. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, he's granddad in the NBA. He's granddad in the NBA. It's people that
I know. Okay. I just wanted to say that.
Because he's playing with people that was in diapers. You know what I'm saying? Huh? He playing with people that was in diapers when he first came in the NBA.
That's a testament to his strength and his conditioning. We're not finna do this with it. But what I know,
he's a granddad. That's why he's on the bench right now with Luka.
What I'm saying is, okay.
What?
When LeBron James and Luka was both healthy,
yeah,
they had the team in the number 2 spot.
Okay.
Let me finish. They had the team in the number 2 spot.
Uh-huh.
They had the number 1 defense since what? I can't even remember. I mean, it was like 3 or 4 weeks. They had the number 1 defense in the NBA. They were playing that. They had beaten a lot of good teams, and they started off like on a 12-2 record with Luka. Then LeBron got injured against the Celtics. And ever since then, it's been slipping and all that. But to sit here and say that they are better with AD than they are with Luka, I completely disagree with you. When AD been there all year, and they couldn't even sniff the 7th or the 8th seed. Luka gets there, they tighten up their defense, the offense is starting to spread out, and then they break it to the number 2 seed. Now the injuries, that's unfortunate. That just happens, you know what I'm saying? It can happen to anybody, you know what I'm saying? So it can slow anybody down. We ain't gonna even talk about Luka's injury because AD ain't played but a half since he got traded to Dallas. So it ain't like they would have had a healthy Anthony Davis over here in LA. So we ain't gonna go there. So all I'm saying is it don't look good for the Lakers. You're absolutely right. I have been the one on these takes talking about the Lakers. They gonna do this and they gonna do that. And I believed in that. I really did. But with these injuries, man, I don't think it's too much for them to overcome. And I see a team like the Warriors overtaking them.
So yeah, I can tell you now that the Magic's got the best. Defense as far as points allowed in the game this season right now. The Lakers are down to number 9. Now, I'm not saying that's not good. You see what I'm saying? But when you say that they had the number 1, like, you know what I'm saying, defense, you know, that speaks volumes. So they probably did move up a little bit, maybe with you know what I'm saying, the surge. But
it was over a stretch. It wasn't the whole season. It was like 3 weeks or something like that, maybe a little bit after the All-Star break or something like that. They had the number 1 defense. Don't get me wrong. It ain't like they had it all year long. I ain't saying that at all.
So, yeah, they even behind the Warriors as far as that. But the thing is, you're right. They probably got a little surge when they first got Luka. But once the honeymoon version is over, reality set back in. What you gonna get? So everybody they got high hopes with the Lakers and LeBron maybe getting ready to win his 5th ring. I keep telling y'all that ain't gonna happen. Y'all already saw him win his last ring. They gave it to him in the bubble, but we ain't gonna speak on that. I'm just saying Lakers gonna be nothing but the Lakers. They Showtime. The next time the Lakers win a championship,
especially with these injuries.
The next time the Lakers will win a championship will be without LeBron. And it's the same way we said about Kobe. We all saw Kobe. We know, even though he was still scoring, he wasn't the same player. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're seeing in LeBron. LeBron can keep scoring. He can go down and dunk and stuff. But realistically, you playing with a bunch of young men that you used to be 20 years ago.
Speaking of all that, man, he's still trying to put up numbers and still trying to will a team to the playoffs and do all that, man. LeBron James, I'll give it up for you, dog. I don't know how far y'all gonna go. If you aren't playing, y'all ain't going nowhere. That's what I'll say. But there's another team that's in that Western Conference that we did just bring up that's surging. They surging. Them Golden State Warriors. Woo! Them boys are surging, man. Ever since they got Jimmy Butler, them boys have been on another level, man. What do you think about the Golden State Warriors, bro?
I love it, man. I love it. You know, and I love what they have, even with my boy Buddy Hill. You know what I'm saying? That's another dude that I sat there and watch in college, you know, and come up. I love that he's sitting over there with them shooters, and that Steph is able to encourage these guys, you know what I'm saying, and get this type of play out of them. And it's the same type of surge. The thing is, who surge is going to last? Some surges is for real, some surges are not. But you're right. Just a couple of weeks ago, the Warriors was like number 9 or something. They done jumped all the way up to number 6. And like you said, they're balling. Like, they're gelling. Like, it's like Jimmy been wanting to be in this type of position. You know what I'm saying? And so I love it, man. I believe the Warriors, if they get in the right position in the bracket, man, they might make some heaven.
You did just talk a little bit about all that experience, you know, in the last segment when we was talking about the Lakers and them other teams. And this team right here got just as much experience than anybody that's going on in the Western Conference Finals. They are dangerous. They are dangerous. They got a guy that can go to the free throw line, that can take that pressure off of Steph Curry now, with Jimmy Butler being able to be that dude. Jonathan Kuminga came back from his ankle injury too. And that boy right there is something special right there. He looked a little bit bigger too, stronger, man. I seen him last night. Boy, looked like he was going to the hole with some force. You know what I mean? Draymond Green gonna always be Draymond.
Yep.
Draymond gonna be Draymond. And when you got a boy like the babyface assassin, a dude that done made over 4,000 3-pointers in his career, you can never count that team out, man. Golden State is dangerous, man. Golden State is dangerous, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think no team right now want to play the Golden State Warriors in the Western Conference. And that it goes for them Oklahoma City Thunder. You want to try to avoid them. You want to hope and pray that somebody might knock them off. If you meet Steph in the Western Conference Finals, oh, good Lord, boy, that might be something, man. You know, this boy might get 5,000 3-pointers, MP. He might make 5,000 3-point shots, man. That's crazy. Do you think he gonna make 5,000? Do you think he gonna get there?
The way he's shooting, I believe that I believe he has a chance. I mean, he has a few more years in him as well. And the way he shoots, and the way where he can shoot it from, heck yeah, man. I believe he can knock up a few more, man, and break history for real.
The last thing I'm gonna do is say he can't. That's the last thing I'm gonna do is say he can't. That's laughable. That's laughable to sit here and say Steph Curry can't do something. I ain't finna do that. You ain't finna get me on no podcast, no airways, or none of that trying to say that GPG says Steph Curry can't do it. That ain't gonna happen. That's not gonna be me, man. I was listening to a couple casts the other day talking about Shaq and Kenny and them boys talk about Steph need to be mentioned in the GOAT conversation, not just MVPs. He need to be in the GOAT conversation. And when a person that have made over 4,000 3-pointers, should he be in the GOAT conversation with Jordan, LeBron, Kobe? Should he be there?
I mean, again, is there the thing about the GOAT conversation? Is there many GOATs, or is it just one GOAT? And what does it take to knock off that GOAT that you're putting up there? Now, what Steph has done has transcended the game. He has, you know what I'm saying, done something that, I mean, we didn't see, we couldn't see this coming, where points is scored all over the place. He had made people want to shoot threes and all type of things. The way he shoot them, the way it's nasty. And, I mean, he just put fun back into the NBA. So, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I'm not going to say that because everybody has their own look at the GOAT conversation. I'm not going to say he can't be in the conversation, But if he's in my conversation, I'm gonna say he's not the GOAT. Now I can say he might be GOAT. He might be a young GOAT among the top GOAT. There might be many young GOATs among the top GOAT, but you still got to knock off the top GOAT.
GOAT. GOAT. Greatest of all time. That's what that means.
That's right.
That don't mean the greatest.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Plural. That's no, right. It's one. It's one GOAT. It's one GOAT. We all know who it is. We ain't finna get into it, but we all know who we think the GOAT is. Steph Curry's the greatest shooter God ever created. Stephen A. say it all the time.
And who knows? He might have 10 more years on him, and he might do something, you know what I'm saying, that might be incredible.
Well, he's 37 years old right now. He just had a birthday. So if this boy played 10 more years, I want to know what he drinking, what he eating, whatever he is he doing to be playing at 45, 47 years old. You definitely can put him down for 5,000 if he go that long. That's for sure. But go to State, man. You guys are looking good, man. Me and MP, we pulling for y'all, man. Y'all great team. And I look forward to seeing what y'all do in these playoffs, man. We will transition over to some sad news in the NBA, man. We had some crazy injuries jump off, man. And it's kind of sad with everything that happened with Kyrie and a bunch of other players. But we're going to talk about one of our favorite teams, man, that kind of hit the injury bug, man. The San Antonio Spurs, man. The San Antonio Spurs, they lost Victor Wembanyama to a blood clot in the shoulder. Mm-hmm. And just the other day, they found out they lost their point guard that they got from the Sacramento Kings, Mr. De'Aaron Fox, with this ligament injury in his finger. Man, MP, what you think about these sad injuries for these future stars, bro?
Yeah, man, that that definitely changes everything. The outlook of the team and everything. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, that's part of the game. Trying to stay healthy throughout 82 games and, get ready for the playoff run to, go get to the championship. And it's sometimes we can sit here and talk about somebody paying all this money to keep their body up and whatnot, but we both know, we both don't play sports. Freak accidents happen. And that's just part of the game. You can't pay nobody to keep you from having a freak accident happen. We saw Kobe Bryant tear his Achilles with nobody around. So that's just part of the game. Yeah, like you said, it's definitely sad because these are stars, especially young stars in the making. It just changes their team. Speedy recovery, praying for y'all, man. And that's all you can really say about it, man. I mean, it's just injuries is part of the game. We don't want to see it. You don't want to see it on your team. And you don't want to see it like we both saying with a superstar in the NBA.
Yeah, you're right, man. I couldn't say it better myself, man. It's just sad to see two stars, man, go down. Wemby could be the face of the league. Yeah, he's that type of dude, man, where he could literally be the face of the NBA once LeBron is gone. Ant-Man already said he don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Other players saying they don't want it. They don't want to give it to no Celtic or Jason Tatum. Wemby could be that dude, man. And it's sad, man, a blood clot. That's just sad, man. That's life-threatening. So I'm just hoping and praying that this brother comes back stronger than ever. He's able to resume his NBA career. He's worked so hard for it to get here to this point, and then to have it end like this. It's just sad, man. It reminds me of Chris Bosh when he had that blood clot that ended his career with the Miami Heat, So I hate that for him. And as far as De'Aaron Fox, man, this is just that's a previous injury that he's had, that you was telling me about. And it's just sad that he can't overcome it, at least to finish the season. Hopefully they can both come back next year. And because I'm looking forward to seeing what the San Antonio Spurs can do with them stars, man. They got a good squad, man.
They got a squad. I agree. They got a squad. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they have installed in the future too. like I said, as long as they can stay healthy, it's part of the game.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, you did want to transition into some Phoenix Suns talk. You had something you wanted to ask me?
I wanted to ask you about what's going on out there in Phoenix. They say it's trust issues with the team out there. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, it's looking like they're looking like making something else happen, breaking up the team next year. This is not happening. I mean, not working. I believe the coach spoke out about how he believed in the team, but if they don't get to where they believe they're supposed to be this year, then it's enough evidence for him to do what he needs to do this offseason with the change to the team due to the lack of trust with the starting five. And I just wanted to get your take due to you getting out there on the West Coast. What you think about Phoenix Suns, man? I mean, is this something that you feel they just need to go ahead and break the team up or and start brand new, even with Devin Booker being gone and just get some draft picks? Or, I mean, I wanted to see what's your take?
Great question, man. And I wish I could answer it. I don't know what's going on with the Phoenix Suns, man. I watch these cats out here, man. They got the team. They got the team. I mean, they got the coach, championship winning coach. They got Kevin Durant, superstar, filling the seats. They got Devin Booker, Olympian, superstar out there filling the seats. They got a good point guard they brought in. They still got some sharpshooters with Grayson Allen. I don't know. Bradley Beal. I mean, you know what? I think that if this team don't make the playoffs, I'm getting rid of everybody. I'm be honest with you, man. I'm getting rid of everybody. I'm starting with Kevin Durant. I'm going to send him to a place that he wants to go to that's going to make him happy because he deserves that. Send him somewhere like OKC. You know what I mean? They got a bunch of draft picks. Maybe you can get some of them back. You gave up so much to get these players, too. You need to try to get some of them picks and all that stuff back to try to keep your future going. Devin Booker is having probably the worst season I've seen him play since he's been in the NBA. I don't know what's going on with Devin Booker, man. Maybe he's tired because he did play in the Olympics and then they went right into the season and get a chance to his body to recuperate and recover. But right now, that's what I would do. If they don't make the playoffs, I would definitely break this team up.
I got to agree with you, Mr. GPG. I believe it's just time for them to break it up anyway. It's the same old song. And I don't know if you can send Kevin Durant anywhere. It seemed like that he'll be happy because it seemed like everywhere he go, it's just not working. He has the curse of trying to be something. He trying to be bigger than what he was at the time, and he had a good thing to go to state. So I mean, maybe that's his Achilles heel that he's regretting. He should have stayed there, won a few more championships, and things maybe would have been great. But I wanted to go ahead and move on because we're going to be running out of time soon to the NFL. I want to talk about the Atlanta Falcons releasing Grady Jarrett and Grady Jarrett signing with the Bears up there in your division. What you think about that?
I don't like it at all. I wish the Atlanta Falcons had kept him. I don't know why y'all keep getting rid of y'all best players. And then why you send them to Chicago. Right. You know how I feel about the Chicago Squares. You know how I do. And I ain't going to change my opinion about them. But I will say this. They building. Yeah. I'm watching what the Chicago Bears are doing. By grabbing a player like Grady Jarrett to go along with Montez Sweat and the rest of them boys on that defensive line. Yeah, I'm watching what they're doing. I'm watching how they building that offensive line. So, yeah, I'm a little mad at your Falcons right now because they gave him away. And if you did give him away, why you didn't send him to the AFC?
Hey, look, I feel your pain. My thing, I'm like, shoot, y'all got a tough division, so you can't even be mad at Chicago Bears trying to upgrade. Sorry, Grady had to go up there, but it might be a great home for him. Falcons did sign Leonard Ford, the 49ers defense, and he had 11 sacks on his own last year with the 49ers, so that is a good sign. But that is what we did with the Falcons. What you thinking about Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers? What you think? Which one in Pittsburgh?
I guess. Well, you already know what you done got with Russell Wilson, in my opinion. You already know what you're gonna get from Russell Wilson. I think Aaron Rodgers is a better passer than Russell. He's just older, man. He can't move and he's not as mobile. I don't think you should keep either one of them. I think you're stupid. I think you should have never let Justin Fields out the door. That's what I think. And I think you should have signed Justin Fields and let Russell Wilson go and not even worried about this controversy with Aaron Rodgers. But if I'm the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'm probably going to bring in Aaron Rodgers because you already know what you're going to get from Russell Wilson.
So if you bring in Aaron Rodgers, should Aaron Rodgers sign with the Bears or the Giants? Because they got interest.
What? What'd you say? The Bears? What'd you say? Aaron Rodgers do what?
No, I mean, so if you saying Aaron Rodgers in with Pittsburgh, do you think Russell Wilson should sign with the Bears or the Giants? They have interest. Russell Wilson.
I think he should go with the Giants. Because he ain't gonna want to be no backup. He ain't gonna beat Caleb Williams out for them starting a job in Chicago. So if Chicago got interest in this,
Browns. Did I say Bears? I'm sorry. The Browns or the Giants. I thought I said Browns. Cleveland.
So the Cleveland Browns and the Giants both got interest in him.
Correct. So which one you
both?
Mm-hmm.
Probably go with Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I probably go with Cleveland. Just because you know you got a pretty good defense with Myles Garrett. Nick Chubb is coming back. You do got Jerry Jeudy out there as a receiver. I mean, yeah. You got some boys out there. So neither one of them ain't no good. So
no, but Cleveland is. We'd already talked about it. Any quarterback go to Cleveland, that's where you're gonna get buried at. So I'd rather see him go to New York. At least he probably unless he just want to get paid and just lay up with Aaliyah, and not Aaliyah, but his wife Sierra. I don't know, man, but it'll be interesting this off season to see what does happen. Like you said, with Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and everything else. It is some big moves that is happening. I know you said your team did make some little splashes, but nothing that you wanted or you feel that is valuable right now. So I'll be looking forward to see with the
I'll say this.
package.
I hope Nate Hobbs is as good as he is on tape. That's all. I just hope he is. I'm worried about him and his injury history. That's all. I'm worried. He looked like he's an aggressive corner. He looked like he can play the position. He looked like he's a tackler, but I'm worried about the injury position. I'm worried about his injury history. So,
hey man, again, we know that's part of the plan, man. That's just injury, man. It's sad, man. It's sad that that has to be a part of it. But man, other than that, did you have anything else that you wanted to mention before we get ready to break this thing on down?
How much time we got? We about out of time, ain't we?
Get up out of here.
Okay, yeah, we'll save the next one. I want to talk about some of them, but we'll do it on the next take, about some of them key moves that was made by some of these key players, like the DeAndre Hopkins and Devontae Adams, Cooper Kupps, Sam Darnold, who's going to have the biggest impact. We'll get into that one.
We'll get into it next and the March Madness, man. But other than that, man, you guys, I appreciate y'all checking us out. That's your host over there, Mr. GPG.
And that's your host right there, Mr. MP80Baby.
And this is
our take on sports.
AMP, what they talking about? They talking about what? They talking about sports. Oh, really? Well, this is our
Out on the field, the ball on no courts. They wanna talk about sports. They need a resource where they can come talk about sports. They really be talking, but we know the facts. Stacks, yeah, that's where it's at. We the hottest on the map. This is our take on. This is our take on.